your birthday again, my love. Spring is roaring through the wild homes once again. If you could hear how I speak now, how I address myself, the words I use, you would ridicule me mercilessly, and I would not only deserve it, but I would enjoy your mockery. The way we always laughed before. If we'd been born into the gentry, your birthday would have been an occasion for no less than 3 days' worth of revelry. Balls, feasts, maybe even a fox on 2 nose. But I much prefer the way we used to celebrate it. Back-to-back brawling in some tavern or watering hole we found ourselves in, but always in each other's arms by morning, watching the sun rise over the river. The hospital's almost done. I've named it after you. Hopefully, less people in the wild homes will have to lose their loved ones like I lost you. I've planted your favorite lilies all over the islands. They grow wild for want of them anyway, but you literally can't find a place near a cove or a bay in which they aren't scaling up the hillsides. You never met Elias. I think you would love him, as I do. It's against my will and against my wishes, but he's bullied me out into society to take place in the gentry's bizarre mating rituals. I know he's right, I know I have to, but don't want to. Doesn't feel right for me. Well, I have many appointments and tasks to finish before the day is done, before I can rest, but I sleep easy at night knowing that no life lasts forever, and that I will join you again soon. Until next year, my love. Your dearest, Cade. Viscountess Lords, I do not believe we've had the pleasure of meeting personally. Allow me to introduce myself. I am Cade Normanson of the Wild Homes. Perhaps my business reputation has reached out before me, but perhaps it has not. I am a businessman of sorts, with many irons and many fires, but one of them being property. I realize you are also largely in a similar business. From what I can tell, the vast majority of your esteemed family's holdings are in real estate of some form or another. And I write to offer you a business proposition, one that involves property and ownership and the rights to benefit from the ownership of said property, but it's not something I would like to commit to writing at this point in time. If you could see fit to find room in your schedule for me, I would love to present this to you personally, at your leisure and at your discretion, of course. May the rest of your days find you pleasant and in good health. Yours truly, Cade Normanson.
Your Highness, I hope you are doing well. I do apologise for the delay in my correspondence. I fear the actions of my dearest parents have taken up much of my time. Regardless, I'd love to catch up with you when your schedule is forgiving. Sincerely, Reina Lourdes. Dearest Leo, it was a pleasure seeing you once more at the festival. My heart grows fondest for you with every passing day. I do hope we see a more closer connection behind us. I recognise the strangeness in moving from such close friends to this. Surely the masses must be flocking at the next tea party to discuss the nature of our connection. Nevertheless, my heart is yours. Should they ever read this long after our time has passed, at the very least there's certainty in my feelings for you. Yours, Reina.
Emma sits at her desk after the festival, dipping her quill into ink in order to pen a letter. The letter is from Emma, and it is to Cade Normanson. The letter arrives at Cade's Royal City estate and into the hands of his butler, Elias. Dear Mr. Nomanson, it was a pleasure speaking with you during the festival, and I'm most grateful for your generosity in sharing a dance with me, especially since, as you so kindly explained, you're hoping to find a match of your own this season. I shall reach out to the contact you provided for the pearl silk forthwith. Do pass by my modiste shop when you have the time. I intend to keep my promise to you and assist in finding an excellent match this season. Much of the town will be coming to my shop to place orders. Why, I dare say it's the perfect place for what the youth would call a meet cute. And of course, should you require a few new pieces to brighten up your wardrobe, I would be more than happy to oblige. Sincerely, Emmeline de Quiroga. P.S. I hope that our dance granted you the reprieve from your butler's disapproval that you so desired. A letter arrives at the Lourdes estate, but is received by Tabitha and not its intended recipient, Raina. The letter is from Perseus Sunbirch Kaiwind, Prince of the Astrum Islands, and it was addressed to Raina Lourdes. Dear Raina, I hope you're doing well. I'm writing to you on my brother, Duke Galileo Moonwillow Kaiwin's recommendation. I must admit, the rumors flying about the town that you might be my new sister-in-law were quite surprising. Not that I would mind, more so that I imagined you and my brothers as friends, not lovers. But that is beside the point. You see, I require assistance in locating a certain person. As it happens, during the festival I met a rather interesting young lady, but the only name she gave me was Lady Mariana. It would seem, however, that the town have taken to calling her Lady Indigo. I have no surname or house with which to call upon her. As a member of the peerage, I hoped you might have some knowledge of her. You see, she lent me a book, and I desired to return it to her when I finished. I look forward to your reply. Sincerely, His Royal Highness, Perseus Sunbirch Kaiwind.
Hey everybody, welcome to the Pocket Dragon Pub. My name is Tadhana Joy, and I will be tonight's facilitator. Tonight we are playing Good Society and telling the story of the secret ways of love and magic. I'm excited to tell a fantastic story with this incredible table. Let's find out more about our storytellers. We're going to go to Ronan. Hello.
Hi, I'm Graphical Ronin. Some people call me Jason, but I will be playing Cade Nomanson, a new money fellow from the Wild Homes, who is looking for someone to spend his life and fortune with. DJ, take it away.
Hi everyone, I'm DJ, and tonight I'll be playing Raina Lourdes, who comes from a lot of old money, and really I would say she's in it for the love of the game, but the game in her head is literally anything but marriage, potentially. We shall see. I'm going to throw it over to Blackwell.
Hey everyone, how y'all doing? My name is Blackwell, your everyman in the TTRPG / D&D verse here on the interwebs, and I will be playing as Duke Galileo Moonwillow Kaiwin. But you could just call him Leo for short. And he's currently trying to figure out, how do I get out of this bet that I made with my brother? Oh wait, I found the opportunity. And I'm just going to kick this ball to Vixie.
Hey everybody, my name is Vixie Bell and I'm your friendly neighborhood player here at the Pocket Dragon Pub tonight. Thank you so much for having me. I will be playing Emmeline de Quiroga, a modiste who is determined to live her best, most independent life with her and her cat, Mr. Kensington. Back to you, Tadana.
All right. Thank you all for joining me today at this beautiful, wonderful table. Are you guys ready to play a game?
Yeah!
Absolutely.
100%.
Perfect. Welcome back, everyone. You have just finished out this wonderful, fantastic winter festival that the royal city puts on every year during this time. You have just seen your princess, your crown princess, in her tall, statuesque kind of glory. She has in front, she is basically kind of toasted the end of the festival. But before we go to like the actual end of the festival, we're gonna like rewind a little bit. I'm gonna use my last resolve token to rewind just a little bit, and I want to pull a scene for Mari and Prince Perseus. I want to pull a scene, and I imagine this is kind of still in the middle. We're not the festival isn't closed by any means. The big presentation did happen, which then now we're kind of like in the middle of the celebration. There are little kids with sparklers that like throw, like one have like little rainbow tassels on them as they run. They're like sheds snowflakes and stuff. Music full swing. And Mari, I can't remember what Mari was. I kind of want to throw this to Vixie because I think this is your NPC. So what is Mari wearing? What would she be fitted with on this?
So Mari would be acting as kind of like a model. So she would be dressed very well. I believe I said that she was wearing a dark purple dress with it was a dark purple dress with light purple embroidery in the shape of sort of leaves going up the skirt, with like light purple lace that was maybe around the collar. The jewelry that is a staple of Urias would be on her ears and around her neck, and maybe a bracelet over her evening gloves. So she would be done very well because she's a walking advertisement. So much so that maybe people wouldn't recognize her as the modiste's assistant.
Band is full swing. I don't think Mari would be on the dance floor yet. She actually doesn't really know how to dance, actually. So she would be like skirting the dance floor, watching other people do dancing, and then she bumps into Perseus,
who is reading a book. Because Perseus was taking full advantage of the fact he's extraordinarily confident that his brother is not going to find anyone. He is very confident he is going to win this bet. And he literally just didn't even bother to look for anyone. He's just like, I'm in the best part of my book. I'm going to read it until this is over. Even though there are people like fangirling, he's just kind of like given polite hellos and said that he couldn't possibly dance just yet. He's very busy enjoying the atmosphere of Royal City. Like he's given different excuses for why he hasn't pulled anyone on the dance floor.
Quick question on top of that. What kind of book are we reading?
Perseus is reading, I think he's reading an adventure book. He really enjoys tales of adventure since he doesn't get to go on as many as his brother does.
Okay, so I think she is kind of Mari, I don't think has ever been to the Royal City, or at least very least at this festival for whatever reason. So she's like enamored by the spectacle, and then also like trying to like watch a kid with their like rainbow tassels, just kind of like watching them run, and she's like leaning so that she doesn't like lose track of the kid and like bumps into him. She'll say, I'm so sorry.
He backs up. He takes a step back like, are you all right, miss?
Oh, yeah, I'm perfectly fine. It's just there's so much happening and going on, and I love that book. Have you met the mermaid yet?
I have. Just got to that chapter, actually. Are you familiar with this author?
Yes, everyone is, well, not everyone, but me and my brothers, we are just enraptured by Lord Pennington's novels.
Yes, Lord Pennington has a way with words. The way he describes places, I almost feel like I'm there. And he sort of like closes the book and holds it in his hand as he's like talking with her.
I mean, but I'm sure you have had experiences like that, right? You don't need to read to...
My brother is the adventurer, not me. I am unfortunately tethered to the duties of my station.
I guess, is that what being a prince is like?
I suppose. It's a lot of, I don't know, weighing the duties of a nation. You don't really get to have much adventure. And he looks at the book wistfully and says, "The best I get is the concept of it."
Well, if you ever want to borrow the next book, I have it in actually somewhere. Someone has my purse somewhere. I actually don't remember where it is, but
You have the sequel?
yes, my brother is an editor and he has connections everywhere, unfortunately. Actually, so he was able to snag a copy.
He sort of laughs and he says, "Would you like to take a walk through the garden? I'm not that much of a party person, but I'd love to talk to you more about this book."
Of course. Do you want some snacks before we go out?
Would they see the mess that is Lord Stonebrook at the table?
Yeah, for
You
sure.
mentioned the snacks.
I think she says that and she's like, on second hand, perhaps not.
I think Perseus offers his arm like an elbow and says, I think I'm all right for now. The pleasure of your company is enough."
And I think she'll take his arm and she will be like, don't shake in her head, not out loud.
"I beg your pardon. You seem to know who I am, but I don't know who you are. What did you say your name was?"
Lady Mariana
"Lady Mariana
of Urius.
of Urius. Oh, which family are you from?"
The Pearl family.
"The Pearl family. I see." And I feel like that's where we fade off. We sort of fade off and the camera zooms out on their figures as they start having this conversation.
Yes, definitely. I love that. We fast forward to the end of the festival. Does anybody have anything else they want to do? Any resolve tokens to make? Any scenes to create?
I'll spend a resolve token because this has been on my mind for a bit. I want to pull the Duke into a scene following after our conversation out in the outdoors, if you will, our agreement, if you will. And I think the party is kind of not like died down, but it's still kind of active. And I imagine that Reyna would ask the Duke to dance.
Do you accept what happens?
Oh, absolutely. She asked for this dance, and generally it's the person who asked for the dance that's going to lead. You find very fast that the Duke is not someone who follows. They are very strong forward.
Yeah, I think as the dance kind of goes on, you can tell that Reyna's looking around, kind of just seeing if there's any just glancing looks. She looks at you and goes, "Well, I imagine that this would definitely put some thoughts in other contenders' minds, no? This dance, of course."
Indeed. You're learning how to play this game a lot better.
Well, the last time we did this, I was still figuring myself out.
And what have you found?
Not much has changed, but I have a rather interesting cousin to... I guess the right word isn't impress, but rather annoy greatly, for lack of a better way of phrasing it.
And do tell me about this cousin. Is it the one that we both have in mind?
I mean, I think if you put her right next to any of the decorations in this room, she would kind of blend in perfectly with it. Very flashy, very her.
Loud, embracive.
Yeah,
very clings to you like a child.
If she were to find a potential suitor, I'm sure that's exactly what she would be like.
Me and my brother felt the chill on our way here. Something bothered us both. And when we entered into this room, your cousin was the source of that botherment. So I imagine that this is your way of getting back at them. Because I would like to believe, above table, you've told the Duke about your cousin before.
Oh, 100%. 100%.
And I think he would see Tabitha doing what Tabitha does.
Mm-hmm.
Like is probably dancing with someone themselves and is trying not to make eye contact because he's been playing the game of keep away since they got in.
Mm-hmm.
And as he turns back and just looks at you, he's just like, let's add a little bit more spice to our deal.
Well, go on then.
Wouldn't you like to get back at your cousin?
Always, yes. What do you have in mind?
In a wedding, there is the people that you bring up to you on stage. The people that you are close with. Why not bring her up on stage? Just ever so close to the thing that she wants.
I like the way you think.
My other idea was that I could just flirt with you both. Will they, won't they? You already know what we're doing. She doesn't need to know.
This is true. I mean, I'm sure I could play it very well.
As you always do.
Cool. I think as they continue dancing, at some point, Raina's going to break off, give like a courteous bow, be formal about it, and head over to Tabitha. And doesn't say much, just whispers in their ear, like, I think the Duke has taken a fancy to you.
Tabitha's like lights up. Really? I'd settled for the Duke. I couldn't find the prince all evening. Cousin, it's terrible. Do you think someone else could have won the prince's heart? He hasn't even seen me yet.
I'm afraid it is only the first night. I doubt it. I think you might still have a shot.
Brilliant, cousin. I'll make both of them fall in love with me. One way or the other, I'll be a noble of the Atrium Islands. Don't you think that's a delightful idea?
It's a wonderful idea, cousin.
Oh, cousin, look. And she whips out the list that she showed you. When you
public?
Like in public.
I think she's just a girl boss, and we just need to realize that.
No.
She doesn't like whip it out like dramatically like in front of everyone, but she's like showing you the list that's in the cart, and you can see like names that have been crossed off in red. She's like, well, I've met Lord so-and-so, and they're just too, I don't like their personality. And then Lady so-and-so, I think has a thing for someone else. But it seems that Duke Kaiwind and Prince Kaiwind, well, they seem to be the most eligible matches of the season,
Mm-hmm.
So where Perseus is going, I felt a great disturbance in the forest.
Somewhere the numbers have linked back up and they looked at each other and the Duke is just like, I got
Go to
this.
the next questions.
Don't worry about it, bro.
This is not the match you're looking for.
Just like, are you all right?
I love the idea of Tabitha getting redirected every time she gets near Perseus somehow.
Mm-hmm.
It's like the universe says no.
Yes. Not today, Tabitha. Oh,
Not our precious bookworm.
And like she goes down the list and she says, it's rather odd. There's someone else here that I thought might be interesting, but I don't know how much I'd like to be a member of their household. Have you heard of Lord Baldwin Stonebrook?
I'm afraid I have not.
Well, I've heard that he's quite wealthy. He's like my 10th choice, though.
Uh-huh. Well, I think
Michael's twitching and it's not very funny.
There's just so many things I want to say, but I'm just gonna nope.
She's like 10th choice girl boss. She knows what she wants and she's gonna get it.
Got a choice on the third tier drop down menu.
Dave's not even on this list, I'm gonna be honest with you.
How are you gonna be a D rank trying to reach for S ranks and then say that they're your 10th choice? Like what?
Rip Tabitha, you would have loved Excel spreadsheets.
Okay, but like, if you believe that you're an S rank hard enough, that's Tabitha.
Exactly. She would have loved Excel sheets for sure.
Oh, 100%. I think Raina looks up at the Duke to kind of get like the confirming nod of like, I'm sending her over now. Be normal. Be very chill about it. She looks back at Tabitha and goes, well, I think your list can wait. I don't think you'd want to keep the Duke waiting. He is
Tabitha gasps.
looking over here.
She hands you the list, like does the thing where she's just does not even looking at you anymore, slams it into you and says, and like fluffs herself up and is like making sure that her ostentatious outfit looks incredibly like just that much more ostentatious. And like she takes a deep breath, like puffs out her chest and says, "My time has come," and walks towards Duke Kaiwin.
She is giving bird.
Yes.
Unfortunately.
Can I use a resolve token real quick?
Yes, please do.
I would like to imagine for Tabitha as she's puffing up her chest, like, trying to build up this confidence as she starts walking forward. Sometimes you walk too fast. Sometimes your feet get underneath yourself and there's a crack or just a small smidge on the floor. And next thing you know, face plant.
I accept this. We accept this, everyone. Yes?
I accept this. Because I was about to do the same thing.
I accept this with a condition.
Okay.
Do that.
Please.
So I think that this happens, but instead of like face planting, I think Tabitha falls on the Duke with enough force for him to fall back, and it sort of sets off a domino effect of several people on the dance floor, creating a worse disaster. The Duke doesn't necessarily fall on his like butt or anything. I'm just saying he bumps into the person behind him hard enough that everybody else starts trying to scramble to stay on their feet.
If this happens during Cade and Emma's dance, he'll say, "Something in the air tonight."
I would like to think if she falls on him, that domino effect happens, but it's like he catches himself in her, spins her, and it's like having her close. It's that moment of like, you're real close to this person. You can see his eyes. You can see because I didn't describe his eyes before. Yeah. His eyes are like the ocean, these deep blue eyes, just teeming with magic, going from a deep blue to a light blue as he just looks down at her and just smiles. "My lady, are you all right?"
Tabitha does the thing where she fans herself. She's like, "I'm better now."
Okay, beautiful. I will say, because this has been like a negotiation and something bad is sort of happened to Tabitha, although it's turned out well. This is basically Blackwell offering a resolve token because something bad is happening to Tabitha. Tabitha gets another resolve token, so you guys have like exchanged. So
we've exchanged.
In all NPCs get two for everybody at home. All NPCs get 2 resolve tokens on their own that they it has to be like obviously character based, but they can use those resolve tokens for their whatever means. But yeah, and that exchange can happen if you offer a resolve token to another player being like, something bad happened, maybe something exciting happened, and they accept it, that's what happens. All right, continuing. Okay, anything else? So as whoever's there can witness this, but yes, this happens. People, at least 2 couples are on their ass for sure. At least 2 couples are on their butt for sure. Whether or not Cade and Emma, whether or not that's Cade and Emma, I think that's up to you 2.
Oh, that's a great question. Oh.
I think it would be funny, and I'm willing to spend a resolve token for it, if we're almost in the domino effect and it's like a moment of stepping apart, spin her around and just like step out of the side of it.
Oh my god. Yes, I accept. Like, that is so funny. So like it's a very graceful, like we just sort of whirl out of the way, like, oh no.
That's perfect. Beautiful.
Punch must be a bit strong tonight.
Could also be the petits-fours.
I think as you guys just step out of the way, you guys can, there's like, oh, how lucky. And look at us. All right. Any other resolve tokens to spend or scenes to create? With no other scenes or resolve tokens to spend, we will fast forward to where we left off last session, which is your princess, Princess Imen, who is, yes, I've described her as tall and statuesque, yes, but she's also very deep skin, kind of on the warmer side. beautiful prominent nose. She has really, really dark hair that's like down to her butt and that falls off her like waves. Right now, she is just as festively dressed as anybody, but I think it's a lot more deeper in tone. I think she's wearing a dark blue midnight dress that has like like an overlay of stars that seem to like twinkle on their own as she is like giving basically the speech to end the night. She, like everybody else at the end of that party, she takes off her own necklace that has like these kind of like beads of like liquid that almost seem to be like liquid rainbows kind of encased in them. Everybody, if you wanted your character to have one, your character will also have one. All the people will take off their necklaces, take them and smash them on the ground, and they will shatter, and like aurora borealises will like rise from whatever happens there, except with the notable exception of one thing. She doesn't take off, like she doesn't like undo it like a normal person would, or like even like rip it off, like ripping off pearls. She has telekinesis through her own willpower and magic. She will like lift it off of her. The beads will separate, and then she will just like throw it on the ground, and then it's like a big spectacle for her. We will close the night there. Some of you will have known her. Some of you are just seeing her just as a princess, but she will close the night, and we're going to move on to our reputation phase. For everybody at home, a reputation phase is basically us as players. We take off our little character mask and we put on the masks of society, and we decide based off of all the events from the novel chapter whether or not our characters get a positive or negative reputation tag onto them. These reputation tags, they can be evoked by another player or by the player themselves to and basically use it like a resolve token, and it will be based on the reputation that they are kind of evoking. We're going to go around and we are going to, based off of what has happened recently that in our minds, we're going to attach a reputation tag to our characters.
Ooh.
Who wants to go first? Because it's on my mind recently, and because it happened so fast, I do think Leo needs to get another like show off. There's already show off in the negative, but we need like show off times 2. Like
I have to look up like synonyms to show off. I don't even know a good way to put it. Just you are showing off. You are being the loudest person in the room.
I can see tacky. I can see something. I'm channeling my inner tita. No.
Hold on. First off, was Google what tacky means?
He's saying that's tacky.
It's like I don't know, like corny.
In poor taste. Cringe, as the young people would say.
Vulgar, bad taste, loud, flashy. So definitely tacky.
Oh, you could use flashy too.
Flashy's a good one.
Yeah. It's up to you. I'll put that in your hand. Flashy or tacky works pretty well.
I think flashy, because it's like that feeling of needs to be like, again, it's like show off times 2, but now everyone's seeing like the magic. Dramatic.
I think I like flashy more. I think it's more bad, like more negative.
Yeah, like
I think dramatic hits harder, because if we're thinking like, in the time period, things like that, looking at it as a man being called dramatic for some people, devastating. Like, what do you mean I'm dramatic? Oh my God, he's so dramatic. The Duke is not going to care.
Okay. All right. Who is up next? Who has a thought in their mind?
I think Emma's neutral. I think Emma has played her cards cards correctly. She engaged in a polite dance with a stranger, but it's not like she didn't do anything untoward. You know what I mean? With Cade, it was very much like a polite dance between acquaintances. Like the only thing I could think of is maybe if is the situation with Stonebrook. Might have given her like maybe a negative reputation tag, but she didn't really do anything.
I don't think she really
that she would have been caught by, aside from like tripping his ass. But like,
I don't think that's so neutral. I think Emma stayed neutral.
Stonebrook gets the reputation 2 left feet.
Clumsy, not a good dancer.
Yes,
because I'm just looking at my character sheet. I think through familial guidance, I could gain a positive tag. I'll just read it out loud. Your family members seek your advice on all important matters, and if it appears reasonable, will attempt to follow it. And I'm thinking back to like early on in the novel chapter of talking about the ballroom.
Yes.
You know,
Don't do that.
please don't.
I think, yes, definitely. I think maybe like wise.
Yeah, because
Good with
my
money.
first one, my original one that I chose is sensible, so something in the variation of that.
Yeah, sensible times 2. Practical.
Sensible times 2. Practical. I like practical.
Practical sounds good. Okay. You can also gain reputation tags from things that the society did not see. You can put, I think, private things. So that would work as well. Cade, do you have something?
Yeah, I was thinking like because he behaved himself and he did the dance and all that stuff that he was expected to. So I feel like he would get a positive one. But like with the shirt and him being an outsider, I think he might pick up the novel tag. Like he's a novelty.
Yeah. All right.
Like the handsome foreign stranger that nobody knows. That people only just started to notice. Okay. Got it.
Like now like he's pinged like radars, but there's not a lot, that's publicly known about him this far.
Right.
What else? Okay, I think that's everybody, right?
Mm-hmm.
Perfect. Okay. Well, we've just completed our reputation tag. Nobody has 3 tags or more yet, but when this happens, if you have 3 tags in the positive, you get a reputation condition, which means that people see you favorably. You might be able to like ask a favor or two, something, society saying, yay, you're doing good. If you do the opposite, if you get 3 negative tags, then you will also get a reputation condition and you will, some bad things will happen. Who knows? Maybe deals fall through, proposals fall through. For Cade, that could also mean that like people pull out of business with you.
Yeah.
So different bad things happen. So, but now that we have our reputation tags, we are going to move on to Rumour and Scandal.
To those who thrive upon a well-turned whisper, it has long been my observation that reputations are constructed of the most delicate material, a sort of latticed lace, exquisite at a distance, but transparent upon closer inspection. And this week, dear reader, several such laces have snagged. It would seem that His Most Royal Highness, Perseus Kaiwind, Crown Prince of the Astrum Islands, was seen speaking with a woman known only as Lady Indigo. Quite interesting considering how diligently he was avoiding speaking to any potential match for an overly long period. I have it on good authority that the lady is suspected to be Tabitha Lourdes, a most interesting development. It would seem that he was not the only royal looking for a match, however. His brother, Duke Galileo, was seen dancing with not one, but 2 eminent members of the peerage, among which was none other than Viscountess Reina Lourdes, a woman who has notoriously eluded tying herself down. Perhaps she'll succeed in attaining a proposal of her own this season. It would seem the Lourdes cousins are intent on chasing crowns, but it remains to be seen whether their efforts will pay off. Do not worry, the eligibles of the ton are undeterred by the news. No, in fact, many are all a titter, as the Kaiwind brothers are, single-handedly, the most eligible bachelors of the season. Other members of the ton haven't quite had the same luck. Lord Stonebrook tragically took a fall into a table of desserts courtesy of a mere modiste during the festival. She was quick to run into the arms of Mr. Cade Nomanson, a newcomer to the ton, but quite wealthy and single, I hear, as well as having a long-standing rivalry with Lord Stonebrook. April. Could you have put her up to it? As it happens, the modiste, one Emmeline de Quiroga, was held in high esteem by Mr. Nomanson, who was rumoured to be interested in investing in her work. This author wonders if there's more to the story than a good first impression.
And that's a great place to take our break. Now's the time to refill your drink, grab a snack, and we'll find out what happens next when we return. And welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you're hydrated, you've gotten your snack, because we are about to jump into our next novel chapter. So, for my players here, we have a choice on what kind of novel chapter we do. There's kind of three choices. There's what we did just now, which is basically an event. We have like a big party, there's a big ball or a soiree. But there can also be something called visitations, where we kind of like jump through character to character. Characters will visit other characters or like even minor characters to kind of further their goals, further rumors or whatnot, or just talk to people. Or there's basically half and half. So I am of the opinion that we should probably go to visitations now. People have things to discuss. We got schemes, we got rumors to play with.
Yes.
We have rumors to deal with, and like people need to get caught up on like what they did. Like some friends need to talk on like what they did that last night. I think we're gonna start off as a visitation chapter. Who wants to go first? Who's got a visit in their mind? Who has somebody to call on?
I would love to do it. I would love to do a scene between Emma and Mari, but it's not a visitation. It would just be a.
And we can do that too.
Okay.
I mean, that would be just them hanging out and talking.
Yeah. Well, mostly
We're not
because
hanging
I would love to start the scene kind of in a little bit in media res where she goes, "You did what?"
Yeah.
So I think that like with this takes place in like the downtown, the downtown section of Royal City where the Modiste shop is located. Emma has been kind of setting up the shop, getting ready for opening with Mari, just kind of casually talking about the event. And she's been in a good mood since the event. She can't really put her finger on why. But she mentions that she met a potential client. She's very excited for them to come and check out the shop. And then Mary says something that makes her go, "You what?"
I talked to the prince, and I lied and said that I was a lady.
The second part is the issue. You did what?
I didn't know he would. He's a prince. He wouldn't talk to me otherwise.
Mari, you lied to royalty. Do you understand how bad that is?
How bad could it be?
Mari, if you please tell me that nothing untoward happened between the two of you.
No, we just went on a walk in the garden, and we talked about books.
You went for a walk in the garden.
Yes.
In an event where everyone could see you.
Is that bad?
Do you understand that rumors are now going to abound about you?
No. Why would there be rumors?
Oh my heavens. She starts pacing because she's just like, she's trying to like figure out like, oh, we're so screwed. She's like, oh, we can't, it's going to ruin us. Mari, if people find out that you and the prince had, if nothing happened between you, but if any rumors begin, that, oh, it could ruin us. It could ruin the Mideast. Oh, all right. No, we can. All right, Mr. Kensington, we can put a positive spin on this, Mr. Kensington. Mr. Kensington's like asleep on a pillow, unbothered, moisturized with the whole 9 yards. But she's just like, that's who she speaks to when she's stressing out.
Is this a bad time to say that he has my book?
It's a terrible time. It's horrible, Mari. Oh, good grief. All right, we can put a positive spin on this. And she, like, a little light bulb kind of goes off in her head in this moment. Wait, you were in the purple gown, weren't you?
Mm-hmm. The indigo one.
Some people say indigo, I say it's purple. But in either case, we can spin this to our advantage. What if we just style you as the mysterious lady? And we put you in different gowns. You can set the fashions for the ton, and we can sell more garments. I can pay off Stonebrook, and when the season ends, we'll be on our merry way. You just disappear like into the mist. And no one's the wiser, no harm done, no foul. As long as we're not discovered.
Right. I mean, how many families of House Pearl are there? Are there any?
She just slumps into a chair like it just keeps getting worse. And then she's, Mari, you are a terrible liar.
It was what I saw first. I just saw someone pass by that had a pearl necklace on, and
my darling, we need to find out who the branch houses of Pearl are immediately so that we can associate you with one of them. They're less likely to look into a branch house than the main house.
I mean, do you have any friends in the town that we can perhaps get that information from, or do you know them?
My dear, having friends in the town would require me to be a member of the town. I'm a modiste. But...
Can I spend a resolve token?
Sure.
That branch house is the one, that contact I gave you for the fabric?
Oh my god, yes! I accept it. I accept your resolve token for this reason. Absolutely. So I think she's like, all right. We'll use this house, and we need a name for this house. So.
Well, look at it. Well, actually, no, I don't. Oh, wait, there's a last name. There's a table that I made.
There's a table. You're right.
I was going to say the Radiant Reef House.
Oh, the Radiant Wreath House is good. But also...
There is.
I heard roll a d20.
Yes.
Let's roll. This, by the way, this game, for those watching, this game does not have a lot of dice rolls, and I do miss that part. I miss the clicky clacky of math dice.
Oh, this is a D100 roll, Blackwell.
D100
You know what to
is
do.
first names.
Oh, first names. Never
20
mind.
is last name.
Blackwell
Roll
has
the baseball of doom.
the badonkadonk D20. Look at it. It's a disco ball. I love it. Well, when we need to roll the first name, we know what Blackwell knows what to do.
I have a D20. It's also heavy, but I don't think it is as heavy as the badonkadonk.
Okay. Well, let's roll a D20 and find out whose last
Donkadonk,
name.
Nice.
disco ball, the underjaw. This thing has so many names.
Thorn. Is
Thorn. Okay.
the house.
House Thorn. You're lucky that I found out about them yesterday from a very nice acquaintance that I happen to know.
Right. Okay, so we just say that House Pearl is a branch of House Thorn?
No, House Thorn is a branch of House Pearl. And we'll have to...
Right.
Heavens,
I got this.
You don't even know the etiquette of the Ton. 2 words are going to leave your mouth and everyone's going to know you're a fake.
Where do they learn these things?
Finishing school, I imagine. But you're going to have to start paying attention to the ladies when they come in here.
Okay.
Just pay close attention to how they act and how they behave, and do your best to copy it.
All right. Okay.
In the worst case, Mari, stay silent and say nothing. Just smile and nod. That'll get you everywhere.
Right, Stalin.
Exactly. See? Perfect. You're a lovely picture. And, well, if all else fails, you can always run away. Mr. Kensington. Mr. Kensington has made his appearance, by the way.
So, I mean, yes, okay. So we say that if worse comes to worse, we say that I've run off with a love.
Good heavens! Why are you creating more scandal, Mari? Use your head. And she's just like clapping her hands like, come on, man. You had family obligations that required you to return home immediately.
Right.
If you're going to leave mysteriously. Let them wonder about you and that mysterious lady that so captured the prince's attention.
Okay, I think I can do that.
With any luck, someone else will capture his attention and you won't have to worry about him anymore. But until then, you'll have to at least play the part of a lady. And a well-dressed one at that.
Right. I can do that. We can do this.
He didn't get a good look at your face, did he?
We did look at each other and talk. It's not a masquerade.
I think the good news is that the prince is unlikely to use us as a modiste. We cater more to the Ton, and the royalty, well, they have their own. Personal tailors, that is.
Okay. Problem. People who use us will definitely know that I was here. But it is fun, so they haven't seen us yet.
Well, they haven't seen you yet.
Right.
Are you implying that I should go with you when you are gallivanting about in your lady-like visage?
Well, they're supposed to have people who escort them, right? Like, what do you call them? Chaperone?
Are you calling you? My dear, I understand that I'm well past my prime and that I am not of marrying age. And I was more than happy to be a chaperone when you were Mariana Salinas. A lady? You want me to chaperone to a lady? Do you understand that I will have to pose as a dowager of some manner?
Did you have anyone else in mind?
She sighs. Very well, I don't even know what manner of name I would come up with, but I suppose I can pose as your dowager, as a dowager of something. What's the lowest thing I can be? Well, should I be something higher, like a duchess?
No, I think that's a terrible idea. They will know duchesses.
Perhaps some countess, like a countess?
Countess.
Very well. I suppose I shall also have to be a walking advertisement. And I suppose a wig might disguise my hair. Everyone has seen me, Mari.
You should also get glasses.
Glasses?
Maybe that will help.
I might as well wear a mask, Mari. Wait, that's it. I'll be the Baroness, a dowager. My partner passed away tragically. She was a lovely sailor who loved to go on adventures on the good ship something or other. I'll think of something.
Okay, that sounds great. So you are going to change your name?
I have to. If I introduce
right.
myself as Emma, that would be rather obvious, wouldn't it?
But what about Emmeline?
Emmeline is a short jump to Emma, my dear.
Okay, darling. I was like, darling.
Perhaps Amalia. I'll be Amalia Thorne.
Amalia Thorne. Oh, that sounds lovely, actually. So, Amalia Thorne, and I am Mariana. I did give him my real name.
You did... Mari!
What do you... I wasn't going to...
What did you...
Prince?
Did you say, Mari... Did you say your full name?
Yes. No. Wait, I did not tell him my last name. I just said I was Lady Mariana.
Lady Mariana Thorne it is. I suppose that we'll just have to call you Mari here, so that hopefully no one puts anything together.
Well, I think, the combination of dress and face, it will throw people off.
Well, and I mean, I have a question here, an in-character question. Have they heard the rumors of the Indigo Lady yet?
I will say, yeah. By this time, people have already, or I guess it's like this is a day, like the morning after, I imagine.
So we wouldn't have heard them yet then?
Not yet. But today is when things will start being spread.
Mari, bringing you has certainly been an interesting experience. I thought that Mr. Kensington and I were going to be fine. We even had a nice festival, and now we're going to try to... Now we have to try to get out of a mess with the prince. But if we're going to have to do that, then we might as well make some money.
Sorry. I'll go prepare some orders.
Well, get the fabrics ready. I'm expecting a large clientele. And who knows, we might have a wedding to prepare for this season.
Okay, all right, I'll go get started. And she runs away.
She gives a sigh and puts her apron on, and she's just like, she shakes her head at Mari. Goodness knows where this will take us.
She's just gonna do work. She's gonna I'm gonna put my head down.
I think just as a side note, I think Emma's a little bit distracted though, even with this crazy situation that she's found herself in, because she keeps thinking back about how much fun she had at the festival. Specifically certain moments where getting one over on Stonebrook, and the dance with Cade, which she really enjoyed.
But speaking of Cade, is there any visitations, any scenes that you want to do?
I feel like now that the initial gala of the season is kicked off, he's going to check in on his artist.
I imagine that your artist actually. Do you think Cade would get them their? I guess Cade would get them their own apartment somewhere in the lower district, or in the middle district, just so that they're closer.
Probably in the middle district. Nothing outrageous. It's big enough for a studio and a place to sleep. I imagine as he's getting himself ready to go out the door, he'll say something to Elias along the lines, well, let's go ruin Lacuna's day, shall we?
Good luck, Jeff. And he just goes... In spirit, he would never do this, but he does it in spirit. You feel it.
Just a slight nod.
Yeah, just a very terse nod.
And he'll walk down the street, not in like anything overly fancy, but definitely like presentable for business. Even though he knows Lacuna doesn't give a rat's ass about any of that stuff.
Yeah.
It just goes up. I imagine it's ridiculous. It's like up a bunch of flights of stairs. It's like if you're getting marble up there, it's probably a friggin' nightmare.
It's a Parisian loft is what it is.
Yeah.
A lot of open space. Definitely the windows. Like I think there's like a beautiful view of the spiritual gardens themselves. Like you can see some of like the statues to the gods. Like from Lacuna's window, you can see it, and from their balcony.
I think it would be cool if it was like literally he was in essentially the attic, so it's just the peak of the roof and the windows open up like a skylight, kind of.
Ooh, yeah, it's beautiful. Lacuna, what are you doing as Cade walks in?
Would sculptures be a thing in this time period?
Yeah.
He's definitely chiseling away at like his next, like what he believes is his masterpiece. And I think the worst thing happens. This is like his solitude. He's like in the zone focus, chiseling away, and he hears the door open and it startles him. Kink! The very long expletive comes out their mouth as he turns around, and it's just like, of course, the only person that would distract me is here. Hello, sir. How can I help you? As they're looking at their work that is now just ruined.
You're working on like an arm fall off.
Yeah.
Arm fell off. Now there's a dent in their like side.
Kate looks at the arm on the ground and looks at the arm off the thing. Neoclassical, very nice.
Is there something you needed?
Several things. Actually, have I caught you at a bad time?
They just got to give you this look that registers like 20 different words of WTF, what do you think? Like, I'm not going to say that out loud. As they just stare at you.
I need some commissions done, actually. We're ready for the West Wing on the main house. I need several statues and some ornamental exterior items. Gargoyles, things of that nature.
Gargoyles? That's okay, that's a left turn.
Well, it is. The castle itself is going for a more gothic vibe. It's very gray in the wild homes in the fall and the winter.
How soon will
I
you
have
need
sketches
this?
if you would like.
Just like using the bat wings.
They're stick figures, actually.
Yeah, it's like very rough.
Yeah.
Oh, be gentle, Lacuna. I worked all afternoon on that.
Clearly.
I should think by next winter solstice should be plenty of time to get these done. I need 4, 2 interior sculptures, and the 4 smaller ones. I know you can whip those up quickly.
I'll start with the smaller ones. You can pick those up as soon as I get done with them. The larger ones, as long as I am not disturbed, will be completed by next winter solstice. If not sooner, if I'm not disturbed.
The ultimate introvert.
And like on the outside, Cade is very like calm and businesslike, but secretly he enjoys ruffling your feathers a little bit.
And he knows this as he's just staring at you from like side eye as he has this paper still in front of him like.
Excellent. I will have the marble and the granite dropped off no later than the end of next week. We'll probably have to hook up the pulleys again and pull out the. We'll deal with that later. However, I do have this for you. He sets a sack full of money down on the table. Your retainer.
You said a sack full of what again?
Money.
Coin.
Yeah. Okay. And he'll open it up, look at it, close it, jingle, jangle, jingle, jangle.
Sounds right. That's how we check via sound.
Yeah,
Sounds the way
I mean,
it's
he
supposed
works
to.
with stone and metal. Yeah.
Yeah. He would know
Exactly,
there's like
14.
something like missing. It's at least one thing he could say. Kate doesn't cheap him out on his pay.
One other thing before I go.
Of course.
I will
on
need you
everything.
to. There's always something else with me. You know this, Lacuna. I will need you to attend at least one event with me this season.
Out of the question.
It's not up for debate.
I create your masterpieces. You contracted me as an artist. I do not attend events. Do
Just
I
imagine-
look a tent ready?
You are a masterpiece in and of yourself, Lacuna. You radiate genius and beauty, and I need to show you off to the world. It'll be good for both of us.
You are an attractive man, just not my taste.
I would never enter into a marriage with you, Lacuna, though you are beautiful.
By the gods, let's be blessed.
Did you have anything to add or not yet? That was just you. Oh, I was going to say, DJ, did you have something that you wanted to do? Okay. I have a little bit of a thing, which is, Cade, you'll heard, at least when you were at the last season, so you know that at least once every year, the queen, not the princess, Queen Delma, opens up her royal gallery once a year and hosts basically a soiree there. So you can use that as an incentive.
Yeah. Lacuna, I'm going to get you into the Queen's gallery. You will be immortal.
My work inside the Queen's gallery? To work with the Queen themselves?
Think of the opportunities I'm offering you.
At the very least, the chance to one day be in there. Not necessarily, because it will be like a soiree. The queen will be there, and Lacuna will be able to see what works that she has in there. You could also perhaps talk to a member of royalty and get somebody, get a contract essentially.
Yes, I know you loathe it, but this entire system seems to work on what we colorfully call in Wild Homes is hobnobbing. You make connections, and they pay off later.
Connections that like to disturb me. So I do this for you. You get me into the Queen's gallery,
and we both reap the benefits.
When you bring me my material next week, bring the exact same pay that you would usually bring me as well. I want double. Deal?
Fine.
And he extends his arm. And
for a shake or you okay, yeah, he shakes on it.
And it again, you would think that this guy that wears baggy clothes, most people get the impression that he's, very scared. No, this is a painter. This is someone that works with raw material. So there is strength. There is a grip. There is a grasp. There is calluses on his hand. These are not soft hands. These are working hands.
You're going to have pretty good shoulders from the chiseling marble and granite and all that stuff too.
Don't mind me. I'm just fanning myself. We're fine.
I have a Vixie, you also do male fashions as well, or do you just do dresses?
She does male fashions too.
Okay.
She knows that it very much depends. Like, she basically dresses herself and dresses Mari, who are both femme presenting. So she focuses on female fashion for that reason. But like, she has stuff for men in her store, and she can. She
not
can
necessarily
build.
that Lacuna would choose mask presenting, but
Well, she can do
wanted to
mask
make sure
stuff.
that was open.
She can do more mask-oriented clothing, yes, but she probably would do that with somebody's butler present or something of that nature because she is working with someone who is presenting opposite of what she is, and she doesn't want any scandal.
Yes. I have a contact in mind. You're going to need presentable clothes for this. I agree. I prefer comfort over fashion as well. However, there are standards that must be maintained. He hands you a card with Emma's basically address and contact. I'll have money in an order there ready. Show up, tell her what you need, and it'll be ready for the gala.
Do we need to be matching colors, sir?
No, absolutely not.
My God, you have graced me once more.
I'm not a monster, Lacuna.
No.
Just irritating.
That we can agree on. You said the quiet part out loud.
Yes, I detest dancing around the issue. You know this.
You detest the nobility. I detest
Everything.
Everything else.
Everything else.
You know the quiet part out loud.
Yeah.
Look at it this way, Lacuna. The best art is made with restrictions. You have to work around them. And that's what makes the art even more precious. Till next time, my friend.
He kind of stares at you as you say that. He's like, the best art is made under pressure. As he turns back to his sculpture, and he's now back to the arm's broken, and you just hear
when Kay gets the Ballesteros, he's got a big smiling face. He straightens up his shirt. Ha! That went well. He walks off.
I like the idea that Kay just walks down like many flights of stairs, and he just like sees the open day, open sky, and he's like, oh, that went well.
Yes.
Could almost hear the scream from the three or four levels up.
Raina, do you have any visits that you'd like to make or any scenes that you'd like to create? I will also open up this part as well. You can make visits to, this is only for those who are titled, my bad. But you can make also visits to the princess herself. If you are close friends enough. And if you are titled, you probably are. You've probably known each other since you were children. Well, she's a little older than you guys. She's like kind of in her 30s, but you can request. It will happen pretty fast. She makes the people who deliver her mail, she makes them run real fast. So if you put in a request to see the princess, you will get one back. And it will say, yes, come over.
I think that Raina would send a little visitation notice. The princess to be like, let me in. please.
The meme, let me
in.
Granted. It, not by her directly, but it's it's a butler via a butler, situation. You seek an audience with the princess, the crown princess. She says that she will meet you. I think it's probably like afternoon tea vibes. So yeah. She will have one of her ladies in waiting kind of guide you to where she's having afternoon tea. She is there. You already know this, but she is very like rigid and incredibly like unmovable and like unbending is her kind of whole thing.
She's an immovable statue.
Yeah. So she will, as you walk in, she will turn her head and acknowledge you, and then kind of like look to a seat that is across from her, and then that's pretty much it.
Has she been this way since we were kids?
Yes.
Got it. Okay, cool.
She's been like that forever.
She's just like me for real. Yeah, no, I think Raina takes a seat in the chair opposite her. It's like it's good to see you again.
And you too.
Yes.
I think she will say, let me look at these dang rumors. I think she's going to, if you reach for like a little tea cake or something, she will reach for that tea cake first and like put it on her plate and not eat it.
Yeah, sure. We'll let that resolve. We'll do that.
And she will say, I am missing something, like an invitation to a wedding that you are having, apparently.
Well, mm, hmm. Well, I think that we'd both be missing it now.
People are talking.
Oh. Well, that is news to me.
Tea?
Gladly.
Your favorites in the pot?
So about these rumors that you've heard. Marriage?
You
A
did-
wedding so soon?
I have been hearing that you are going to be wed to Duke Leo, of all people.
Oh, God. Now, I will admit, we did go out to have a enlightening conversation, but that doesn't immediately solidify marriage on the table.
Well, if you're going to quell these rumors, you should do it quickly. Fire is catching.
You are right about that.
Do you hold interest, though?
Raina is debating on being honest with the princess or not.
She is now eating the tea cake.
Okay. I'm not quite certain yet. I mean, there's plenty of potential other suitors out on the table. I'd rather not go for the first thing I find.
I mean, a duke is not a terrible choice.
Not at all. And I mean, the Duke is lovely.
But you do have other suitors in mind then?
I suppose I'm keeping my options open.
Well, I have a lot of duties that need to be done. I should be leaving soon. As she puts her hand down on the table, one little piece of lore that you will know: she is married, or was married, because right now, she puts her hand down on the table. There is no marriage band.
Are you missing something?
What? No, I don't forget things.
And Raina, very, not to be yeah, no, she kind of does that, but very because knowing that she's are they in a private area?
Yeah, they're in a private area.
Okay, yeah, then she'll totally just put her hand up.
And I think it's hard for her to speak for a moment. And she has always been somber, I guess is a word, but she has never been speechless. And you can tell the difference.
Say nothing further. You don't have to if you do not wish to speak further on it.
It should be out in the open. It will be out in the open soon anyways. Ernest has left me. He is gone to a different country. He said, we've always had an arrangement. He's a traveler and I am the crown princess, and I do not leave. But he sent a letter last month saying that he would like to stay in that new country he calls home. So he's sent back his marriage band, and I am back in the marriage mart. So, go ahead, Blackwell.
Can I do something funny with one of my resolve tokens?
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Or funny. Okay.
Honey, in this moment?
Let's go.
Can the place he went to was the Astrum Islands, and he met someone there
Yes.
on one of the different islands?
Yeah.
Someone that you just feel that spark, that zing, and it's just this is my person.
Yeah, definitely. He's gone to the islands, and he is not coming back.
I'm terribly sorry.
I think she's gonna keep. I'm who does she have to talk to? Because it's not her mom.
Does she have anybody?
She doesn't really
It
have
could-
anybody.
It could be Rena.
She doesn't really emote, So what emotion there is like in like her eyes and like in the finest details of her face. What did you what did you say before that? I just said that.
That was it. I'm trying to flirt with the princess.
that he fell in love with someone. He can fall in love with whoever he wants. I've always told him that. I've never expected anything unreasonable. But I always thought he'd be there as a friend. That I always thought that he would, when I call for him, he comes. And I do not even have that. So, I will make my announcement at the first ball of the season. I'm sure that I will be accosted, and it will be terrible again. But it will be fine because I will do it, and it will be done fabulously and perfectly.
As it always is, I suppose. If you need an extra hand in any matter, I am happy to be of assistance. You shouldn't have to go through this alone, I fear.
I'll have maybe perhaps this tea thing should be a weekly matter.
Gladly. I'd really enjoy that.
Good. She has like a lady in waiting being like, hello, your minister is here or something.
It's like, get out.
Foreign dignitaries, I guess.
Yeah.
Actually, foreign dignitaries would make sense if the prince if Kaiwins are here, actually.
Yes. Well, because it's the season, so they would be here.
You have to just be hosted. Honestly, though, yeah, you could be hosted at the royal city, at the royal palace. But that's up to Blackmore and their decisions. She gets called away on duties of important matter. Is there anything else that you do with your day, Raina? Any other visitations? You're like, I did my job.
No, because I know genuinely I'm going to do my job. I think Raina is trying her best to avoid going back to where she is staying with Tabitha, and will do so by any means necessary.
You can wander about the city. You'll be like a person of town about the town.
I would like to use a never resolve token. Like, this is something that usually happens whenever the Duke comes to town. He looks at Renee and it's just like, hey, yo, I got a house. You need to crash there because your cousin, your family, girl, get some sleep. Just come on.
I think I'll let it resolve. I think that Raina sees a move to keep this like that thing going in like the Duke's favor and will take the offer to stay at the house. How scandalous would it be to stay the night?
Pretty scandalous.
Pretty scandalous.
Pretty scandalous. Pretty scandalo.
Scandal?
Yeah.
Gasps in Spanish.
Welcome to our telenovela.
Yes. This is Teresa. Anyways.
Yes.
Yes, I think she'll do that. Like, close to the end of the night. I think she'll explore the town and then meet up with the Duke at some point.
All right. We're going to transition to Blackwell, your character. What is the Duke doing? Any visitations for you? Any scenes that you want to create for this day?
Speaking of dignitaries and official meetings, it would not behoove the Duke to, guise that as a reason for him to go meet with the queen, with the crown princess.
Yeah.
To make it seem official. But really, that's his gossip buddy.
Yeah. So yes, you probably like later in the day, once she's like, you can actually, I feel like you do have like, there is like a standing, for those who are in the Ton, she is kind of like their subjects. So they do have like, even Raina, who is a Viscountess, has to be like petition, but like not for that, like not that intensely. Be like, I would like an audience with the princess. You can just kind of like, hello, just not knock on the door, but essentially figuratively knock on the door and appear. You guys are equals, more or less. You probably find her in her kind of office on her wing of the castle.
I would like to say that she would find him in her office. This is a common thing that the Duke does, where he just kind of, when the season's on, he just shows up, and it's just like, yep. How did you get? She's so used to his antics, and I feel like he's just kind of like sitting on her table, looks up at her. So when were you going to tell me that you got divorced?
You know that there are guards. And when there are guards, you're supposed to think maybe you shouldn't be here.
Well, tell your guards that they probably shouldn't have let me in. John and Bill, they're very trusting. They love a good magic show too. As he closes the book that he had, like he was posted up, like as if waiting to be seen.
Jonathan and Baldwin are perfectly fine. What tricks did you pull? And she whatever's in your hand, she will take it from you. She said, what did you pull? Whatever tricks that you have to trick them, it's not their fault.
Oh, being naturally charming is a trick now?
With you, yes.
And he'll get up from where he's sitting and he'll just hug her.
I think she will do what she's always done, which is that she will put her arms up from the elbow, but not do this. And she will pat you 3 times.
And he knows that she does this, and he just kind of squeezes her before pulling back from her and says, you can cry. It's okay to be upset.
No. Because if I cry, then he wins.
It's not a matter of winning or losing. Your marriage was arranged. You knew that from jump. There's a reason why I'm not the crown prince. I could never go through that. I don't want my brother to go through that. Having someone that's supposed to be there for you in a official political fashion, and then only to get heartbroken like this. You are allowed to cry. No one else is here. I won't tell anyone. So cry. You are allowed to cry. Are you going to
get married to Reina?
Ooh, you heard about that. Ooh, way to change the subject. You are getting good at this. They've taught you well.
I think she's going to shoo him off her desk and actually sit at her desk, but the conversation will continue.
As, he gets shooed off, but he acts like, he was getting up anyway. We will get back to that crying portion in a second. What should I say? Well, keeping secrets from you is a trifling matter. It ends up getting revealed to you one way or another. No, we are in an agreement. Unfortunately, my brother has seen fit that I should get married so that he should get married because our parents need him to get married as he is the crown prince. I am now honor bound to either find someone that suits me so that he can be married. If I could have it any other way, I would let the boy be as free as me. Unfortunately, we are nobility.
No. Your brother will never have that freedom. So, should I arrange something for him?
No. You've seen how that worked for you. Why would you do that to somebody else? I will not have that happen to my brother. I will push people towards him and he will choose whether or not they fit his fancy. Or maybe, just maybe, and I do hope to the gods, he will find someone that fits him, someone that matches his vibe, someone that matches his zing, someone that matches his energy signature, someone that sparks that joy, fits a piece of the puzzle that he did not know that he was missing. I will not have an arranged marriage for him. I will not have him go through the same pain that you are repressing. You are free to cry.
I have so missed your idealism. You are forgetting the most crucial part of that matchmaking. Someone who matches his title.
My father didn't match my mother's title, and yet they found love. Odder things have happened, have they not?
Perhaps, but it is different.
Here, yes. And things need to change. You could bring that change. But being tied down to tradition tends to weigh you down, changes your mind, alter your vision. It saddens me to see you like this.
I do not want your pity.
Oh, I don't pity you. You know this.
I think with that, she is going to will the door to open to her office because it was obviously closed. And she's going to just, with a hand, the door will open. And she will say, I have prior engagements.
We will see each other again, as always. However, and he'll fashion a rose and just hand it to her.
She will take it.
And it kind of just as she takes it, it shines and sparkles before fading away. You were there for me. I'll be there for you. I missed our conversations. I missed your letters. I missed the time that we spent as children, and I know that we're in different places now. I went down in my title. You know the reasons. But I'm still here. I am the Duke, after all, the one that is for his people, meaning that I'm still for you. I'm still your friend. Now then, as you said, you have appointments, and I have a crowd to go amaze and a younger brother to go find who is probably hiding from me in a corner with a book. Or what plays are going on this season? I could take him to the opera house. He would love a good show. Or maybe, or is there any art exhibits happening? Oh, you could tell me later. You've opened the door. I shall leave. I will see my way out. And he will just trance his way out and take both of the doors, bow, close. And you will hear him outside like, Bill, John, it was a pleasure to meet you. I will see you boys next week at the shindig, correct?
Oh my God.
I think there's in her head, there's an amazement, but also I wish one day he would see things that are real. But as you kind of exit that scene, and everybody's had, who else has not had a scene that they pulled?
I think everyone has
Everyone?
done
Okay.
it.
All right. From here, what are we doing actually? As Duke Galileo leaves in a flourish with as much pomp and circumstance as he needs and desires, everyone at some point, with the exception of Emma, will have at their doorstep basically a beautiful kind of actually, because these are former characters, I'm going to be pulling in from our first pilot episode. I want to ask Vixie and Ronan, what are the colors of House Withers?
Oh, gosh.
Well, my family actually does have a crest, and their colors are blue and yellow.
Okay, blue and yellow.
Yeah, let's just go blue and yellow. That's fine. Because mine are the total opposite. Because my family crest is red and black. So.
I have a family crest. I gotta get on this. What the heck? So everybody who is titled and within the ton, with the exception of Emma, Cade, you also have one, obviously. But
wait, Cade also got one, or Cade?
Cade also has one.
Okay.
He just has enough money.
Yeah.
We'll have a kind of deep navy blue envelope on their doorstep. It has a kind of yellow, canary yellow ribbon around it with a bright yellow gold seal. It is your invitation to the first ball of the season. The theme, actually, what would be the theme? I'm gonna throw it to, again, Cade and Vixie. The theme is supposed to celebrate spring coming. So what would the vibe and theme be? You guys are basically going to be setting what people are going to wear for this.
Okay, so let me pitch this. What if it's a celebration of their anniversary and how they met? So thematically it'll be like roses.
Oh yeah, okay.
Oh yeah.
Because
I
their
like
first
that.
their encounter, I think the first encounter we saw them in was in like the rose garden for the one Duchess lady. So
Yeah. So the Withers are putting on a rose ball, the first ball of the season. This is the first time all of the people of the Ton are going to be seeing each other. So it is good to make a good first impression. People will be having eyes on you, who you talk to, what you wear, mostly what you wear. And yeah, it will be your first characters. All your characters will be there and be able to experience this. So, but Emma, you would not get an invitation. You would probably hear other people
yes.
just talking about this, and you know where it's going to be.
I would also know about this because they'd be giving orders for what they're going to wear.
DJ, what do you have?
I was just about to use a resolve token
I was
specifically
about to do that
for
too.
this moment.
Oh God, okay.
I'm locked in.
Waiting.
Because I haven't had my quality time with them.
Oh shit.
Can
I'm
I use a
locking
resolve
in.
token to give Renee a letter to basically say, so this is how you're going to ask this person to this event?
No, I like this. I think I like this idea.
Yes, you can do that.
So you're giving me a resolve token, and then I'm also losing that resolve token. I'm gonna spend it.
Yes,
Cool.
exactly.
Doesn't matter. Irrelevant. I'm back at equal balance. I'm gonna use a resolve token. I'm gonna receive one to be one of the first people who puts an order in.
Yeah.
Specifically to Emma.
Okay,
Like in the letter, it's like a hey, like good to hear from you, and like da. And then also here's this ball that's happening. I need like this dress. I don't think that she gives any specifics of like what she's looking for because I think she trusts you enough, and she writes that in her letter. And then at the end of the letter, notes that it would be really great to see you again.
I actually think that you can just, obviously you spend the resolve token, but also like we can role play it like right now. We'll say that
Sure, yeah.
like maybe a day has
Emma,
passed.
Yeah, I think Emma would set an appointment like for you because she has to take your measurements.
Yes. Yes.
So letters are exchanged here, but also this is very clear. That doesn't count as epistolary.
No.
Yes.
Let's say that the scene, like it is Reina, it is your appointment time. You are here. Emma, what does that look like when they walk into your
I think the bell jingles that like lets me know that someone has walked into the store. I'm the tailor, so I'm busy sewing at the moment. So it would be Mari that is more customer facing.
Okay. Hello. Are you here for an appointment?
Yes, I am. Question above table. Is Mari like, are they recognizable at all?
I think they're dressed very plainly, so I wouldn't say that. No, like you're not searching for this person.
No. I don't think Reina really cares, but it's like, what
if?
Yeah, Reina could really care less about that particular scandal in the sense of like, it happens every couple of times.
Yeah.
It happens every couple of seasons. It's whatever.
I like how Mari has her version of Clark Kent with the glasses on.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's very Apothecary Diary coded where I forget the girl's name, where everyone, when they see her, Mau, when she's all dressed up and dolled up, everyone's like, oh my God, who are you? And then they realize who she is. And then when she dresses down, the same people are like, who is this person again?
Yeah, it's very, I think this is very Mau coded where she just does not look like,
Yep. Yeah. But yeah, so I guess I do have an appointment.
Oh, perfect. We have a space set up for you, so I'll take you there. Do you have a title, Emma, or is it just?
I don't. It would probably be Miss, like, or Mistress, if anything, because she's unmarried, but she's she's past the marriage mark age. Like she considers herself a spinster, you know.
Mm-hmm. Miss Emma will be right with you. Okay.
Thank you.
Some time passes. Emma, you finish with your other kind of client.
Emma finishes with her other client and sends them off with a tidy order. And as she passes by, she's like, Mari, make sure you put that into the pot. One step closer to, well, you know. And yeah, Mari knows, like, this, like, they're basic, like, this is money that's going to pay the debt for Stonebrook. And she walks into the room and is her eyebrows kind of shoot up because she forgot that this appointment was with someone she knows, and it's Raina. And she says, oh, Viscountess, it's lovely to see you again.
It's lovely to see you again as well.
You were looking for a dress. Did you have any particular fabrics in mind?
None in particular. This is rather... I believe this is for the Wither's anniversary. I've read the contents of the invitation, but not quite in depth. But anything will do. I do trust your vision, of course.
Well, we can't just have anything. You're a Viscountess. We must make sure that you're dressed for the occasion, especially if you're to impress your intended. And she... Like, implying that she kind of knows about the rumor, or at least has heard the rumor.
Yeah.
Of Kywin. Yeah.
I'm sure he'll find me appropriate in practically anything at this rate. But yes.
She like goes through the fabric. She's like, I have a lovely silk dupe peony here. You do prefer earth tones, but might I suggest a deep forest green this time? It's still within that earth tone range, but it gives you a pop of color.
I think we see there's like little sparkles behind Marina's eyes, and she's like, "This is awesome. this is perfect." And I think like that's why she just kind of just let you like look everything through, because she knows like you're gonna choose right every time. And she smiles and goes, "That would be lovely. I'm happy to see what you'll do with it."
She laughs a little bit and says, your faith in me is unmatched, my lady. But we can't just go with just a deep forest green. Perhaps we can add an organza for a little bit of pop, if you will. A few pleats in the front to give a little bit of visual interest. Not as much as your darling cousin, of course, but more along the lines of your style.
Yes, that would be preferred. If Tabitha does come around here, I apologize in advance. She'd probably request a tall order.
Oh, she has, but
great heavens! Oh.
I'm not very worried about it, mind you. It's a tidy sum, and Lord knows I can use the money. But as for you, you'll need jewelry to go with this, and we'll need to get your measurements so that we can get started right away. Mari, would you bring the measuring tape and the jewelry, please?
Of course.
The one that matches the forest greens.
Yes, the emeralds. I definitely, I will get that.
Thank you.
I'm going to use actually a resolve token. I'm going to use one of Mari's resolve tokens. And I'm basically going to do this. As she gives you the jewels, she lays them out. She's going to do just like light, just look up at her, like, what has this past client really, really liked, just so that we have a working memory of it. It's part of her duties. She notices something. From the last season, there are unpaid dues. Just one dress, unpaid dues. And she is gonna go to just Emma, like, whisper it, like, actually, I think she's going to be a lot more discreet with it. She's going to say, Miss Emma, there is something I'd like you to look at about the emeralds.
Oh, of course. Yes. One moment, if you'll excuse me. And she goes over to Mari to inspect the emeralds, thinking that that's what she means.
Also, but before I redo this, DJ, is this chill with you?
Oh, this is great. I know. I think I know where this is going. Yeah. And I'm like, ooh.
Okay.
The lady, Viscountess? Yes, Viscountess. Reina Lourdes has her family has an unpaid due for a dress that we made last season. One of the last dresses we made for her is not paid.
Do I remember this dress?
Probably.
Okay. Because I think Emma would be looking for context. Why was this not paid?
I think what probably happened was it's the last of the season. I think maybe like Reina's mom said that it would be paid and it just didn't happen. Like a tab went out, probably sent letters, didn't happen.
Okay. And I think Emma
I
nods.
smell Tabitha.
Dang it, Tabitha. Emma nods like slowly and says, I see. Thank you. I will handle it. You just mind the products that we're presenting. Viscountess, Mari has brought the tape measures. We will be taking your measurements, but I feel obliged to tell you, it seems that we have an unpaid due on your tab.
An unpaid due?
Yes, a matter of a dress from last season. Someone purchased it towards the end of the season, and, well, we never received payment for it.
I'm sure I can get a correspondence with my mother. She was the one who was supposed to handle that.
Of course.
I'm deeply sorry about that.
And I would like to use a monologue token here.
Yes.
So I was waiting. I was like, I need a moment to use my monologue token. I think when you use a monologue token, on a major character, you may choose it to ask them a specific question to answer. And I think that the question I would like to ask you is, what is the story behind this dress?
Okay. Above table. This isn't really like a great, like a profound speech.
No,
in the monologue.
No.
It's just me describing. Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's just thoughts and story behind
thoughts and story and glitz and glam. Okay, cool. So if it was the last season's dress, and it was towards the end of the season, I imagine that this dress was what at least Reina thought at the time would be like the final thing that could like push her towards anyone like wanting to arrange a marriage. And I think to make a good thing bad, I think there's a very weird like deja vu moment as like Reina and Emma are talking about this current dress, because Reina can't help but think about last season and for the previous dress that's unpaid, and how there was a similar conversation about pushing away from like Reina's normal color palette and moving to something that is like somewhere within like the earthy tones, but is sure to like be a showstopper. And there's a lot behind that where it's just like how Reina then presented herself when wearing this dress, and how nothing really came from it, from like changing who she was in this more physical sense or varying herself. So yeah, I think that's like the main story behind this dress, just in terms of what memories it brings back up for Reina.
Okay. And I think that Emma notes the pained expression on your face, and she just very quietly asks, how many seasons, my dear?
Oh, it's like asking a woman her age.
She
need to count.
Well,
not that I was particularly interested in this as much as anyone else anyways. There are many other women who are rather excited more than I.
You say it as though you're trying to convince yourself, not me. My time has come and gone. The most I can hope to enjoy is the occasional dance with an acquaintance. But you, my dear, you're still quite young, and as a titled lady, you have every chance that someone would see you as an enticing prospect. And she sort of like kind of in a big sistery way. Mari is still in the room. This is not meant to be anything more than like kind of like a big sistery kind of auntie vibe. She just sort of like takes your hair and pushes it back and pulls it off your shoulders, kind of straightens you, like smooths it out, and says, "You are quite lovely. And anyone who sees you would be lucky to have you. And I don't think that showing that off would be a detriment to you." And she sort of like reaches to the side and pulls this beautiful green silk du peony and lays it across your shoulder, and so that you can see how the color pops against your skin and makes your, like, really brings out the colors in the different colors in your hair, and really makes your eyes pop. You'd be surprised what a little bit of a refresh might do.
Well, for starters, we're not that far apart in age, if I remember correctly.
She laughs. She's like, "We're far enough, I think."
I suppose you're right. But, I mean, and well, this is why I trust you with these matters of the fashion sense anyways. But, and like, I think, like, I imagine they're, like, both facing the mirror. I think Raina turns around to face you, and grabs, like, both your hands in hers, and it's like, "You should attend the Rose Ball with me."
Me? I'm your modiste, not your chaperone, my dear.
I mean, well, you don't have to be my chaperone. That's never the matter. You should come.
And like Emma is like kind of a little flabbergasted that she's being invited to this big, huge party, but also she's also flabbergasted because she knows the opportunity that's here, and she feels very bad that she's about to for what she's about to do. And she says, I couldn't possibly. I'm not a landed lady, but I have a friend. Have you heard of the Baroness Amelia Thorne or Amalia Thorne?
I believe I've heard sparrings like here and there.
They're members of a branch family from Urias. I service them there, and they happen to be in town for the season. I heard that the Baroness is chaperoning her daughter, Lady Mariana Thorne. She tries to make it not awkward because it still annoys her that Mari used her real fucking name. Somewhere Mari's like, "Oh." But anyway, so and she says, she's looking for a match for her, and, well, they belong there.
Well,
and they're dear friends of mine. I trust them implicitly. They're quite good company. Miles better than... She kind of looks towards the order of fabric that Tabitha has placed that's in like an array of annoying ass colors. And she says, "Then others, shall we say?"
Well, I am sure I can perhaps correspond with the right people, and both of you could go. How does that sound?
She laughs, but it's that nervous, like, "Oh fuck," laugh.
It's like, oh no, I didn't think you had a plan B.
I would very much be grateful for such an invitation, Your Grace, but I can't promise that I'll be there. You do know I service the entirety of the town, and if I'm inundated in orders, well, I simply must work through it.
I'm positive that you could complete your orders before the ball.
I appreciate your faith in me, but let us leave it at the invitation.
Very well.
And she smiles and says, "Thank you very much for taking good care of my clients. The Baroness and her daughter are fairly new to town."
Interesting. I mean, I believe they were at the winter ceremony.
Mariana was the daughter. The Baroness wasn't feeling well after such travel from Urias. Travel isn't for everyone, you know.
Right. Well, I'm happy to help.
Thank you very much. And if you ever would like to have me for tea, she straightens out your dress just to kind of inspecting the tailoring and just making sure that it sits properly on you as it should, and says, I would be delighted to join you. But even if I cannot make a fancy ball at the ton.
I'd like that. That would be lovely.
Well then, let me wrap up here with your measurements, and we shall get straight to work on your order. And your cousin's.
Yes. Could take a bit more time on hers, or less time. I don't do it at all. No, don't listen to me. Don't.
I'm sorry, my dear, but I must get paid. It's part of the reason that I come from Urias is because this is my most profitable season.
That is true indeed. How have profits been? If you don't mind me asking.
Oh, well, I've had my orders. I've had quite a few orders come in. We are slowly making a profit. I expect things will pick up as the season progresses.
Wonderful.
And I have met some wealthy clients. I'm quite excited for them to come to my shop.
I'm glad. I mean, I will be sure to pass on any of the I'll be sure to pass on any of the lovely people I come across to you.
Oh, of course, thank you. Mm-hmm. And of course, you'll make payment for the dress from last season.
Yes, I
wonderful.
will. Mm-hmm.
Thank you. Well, it is getting late, but I'm finished with your measurements, and I shall get to work with it on this forthwith.
Awesome. Thank you kindly.
Of course.
I think as that wraps up, Mari, who has been hearing all of this, is like, it's like she's holding it together, but she's like, oh my god, and then her job is to kind of outro the clients, make sure that they feel seen and heard, and then leave.
I would like to use a resolve token here.
Oh god. Okay.
I think this is a great opportunity for Lord Baldwin Stonebrook to come on by.
I'm learning all the company lore. Learning all the secrets.
As Raina, you get kind of walked out. Mari's taking care of you. Another bell rings. Lord Baldwin Stonebrook.
I think he does this in general. He comes by the shop to and basically let his presence be known, as a constant reminder of you owe me.
I mean, he would also get an invitation to the Rose Ball. He may just feel entitled to go here. No appointment, just go.
Client book is open. You can see who my clients are, how many of them I have, how I'm doing. You can't necessarily see how much money I have because I'm not that dumb, but you can see, you can get a general sense of how, where I am in terms of am I going to pay off this debt this season or not?
And I think that's what he's doing. He does this quite often, just comes in, looks at your client book, sometimes makes remarks, other times just walks out. But this time he's looking at it. Would he see Raina's name on there?
I mean, I think you would see Raina just paying. Raina's there, yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
And I think he would see that and say, oh, so you are trying to make a dent into it.
And
Actual effort.
I think Emma walks out at that moment and says, Lord Stonebrook, what a pleasure. May I ask what brings you to the shop today?
Just seeing how my charity project is going.
She looks tense because she doesn't want people to know that she purchased the shop on loan from Stonebrook, so she just kind of as you can see, the garments that you requested are coming along just well. She motions to a set of garments she knows he would like, because she doesn't actually charge him for anything. She just sort of gives it to him because of this, she owes him, essentially. She owes him mindset.
And he would look at the garments. I like to think that his colors are very gray and black, or it's like an ashen gray. No, it's all gray, an ashen gray. It gives a graveyard kind of feel. He kind of looks it over. And he finds, and I think I would use a resolve token that he has.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
all right.
God. Yeah, okay.
Let's go.
Yeah.
I feel like he would notice that there's just some fringes, or something that's just a little off about the sleeves of one of the coat, on the coat
it's frayed
itself.
or something.
Mm-hmm. You're getting sloppy. Is this what you're selling to people now? Do they know of your sloppy work?
Lord Stonebrook, I'm sure I don't know what you're speaking of. She looks down at what he's looking at and realizes that this was something that she handed Mari. And Mari, who is still learning to tailor, made a mistake. And they just hadn't had a chance to look at it yet so that it could be corrected. And she sort of bites her lips and says, well, perhaps that one is not the best one for you. That should be amended. It's not in the best shape. It's not ready for wearing. And she's scrambling to not tarnish her modiste reputation. So.
And I think that's what he's seeing. And he says, if word gets out about this, you do know that interest builds up the less clients that you have.
No, Lord Stonebrook, this is just one coat. The rest of my work is all of quality. Surely you know that.
One coat leads to one pants, leads to one shirt, to 2 coats, to 3 pants. Perfection. It is what is asked from you. And yet you cannot deliver that as a modiste who thrives on perfection.
Lord Stonebrook, I assure you that I deliver on my quality. One jacket is not proof that the rest of my tailoring is poor, as you would believe.
We will see about that. As he puts the jacket down, he doesn't take it. This is basically his way of saying, I'm not taking this. Redo it.
And Emma is going to be pulling out seams and redoing that herself. As you see the very real look of fear on her face. Is Stonebrook leaving? Is he just dropping it and leaving, or is he still hanging out?
No, I think in true villain fashion, he's looming. He's not over your shoulder, but he's standing in front of you as you're doing this.
Yeah, she's
eagle eye watching.
Okay, she's not pulling out seams in front of him. It's very much once he leaves, this is something that she is going to do. But you can see on her face she is stressed. It cuts through her normal customer service veneer. This Stonebrook is not a person that she enjoys being around. And especially after an interaction like this, where she is reminded that she is beholden to someone. So, and I think she picks up the coat and hangs it and puts it on the, puts it away and just sort of lets out a deep, sigh.
And I think when she puts it away, that's when he leaves out. He doesn't make noise when he walks. That's the unsettling thing about him. You've always known this, but if Renee and Mari are there, they would see this as well, where this man doesn't make noise. It's literally as if death itself is walking.
And I think Mari would catch, after that bell dings to indicate that he's left, because the bell's going to ding. He's got to go through the door. But you see the very real slump of Emma's shoulders. Mari would see that
Girl,
Raina, I assume Raina's back
crying.
is facing her. So
Girl, I think Nari's crying. I'm legitimately. I think she's like trying to hide that she's like this close to tears by like turning away and like messing with fabrics, but like not doing anything, just touching them.
Raina, is Raina still here for all of this
That's
nonsense?
what I was about to ask.
I was gonna. Well, I think
I'll spend a resolve token for her to be there.
'Cause I was about to say thing. Because I was gonna interject, and I was like, you know what? Let me let the scene ride.
Oh no! I think Amari did try to like get you out. She like wrapped something for you, or like she was like, "Well, here's your next appointment card." Like like you get at the doctor's.
Oh, hear me out. What if we? Okay, and I'm happy to spend a resolve token for this too. What if like Mari had her pretty much out the door, but they lingered long enough for Raina to hear this, but not necessarily be able to interfere with what's happening?
I think I accept. For those who spend their resolve tokens, cross it off. I don't know.
Yes.
There was like a bid war over here. I don't know.
And I'll also add to my resolve token that I think, yes, Mari is on the verge of tears. I think Raina is by her side.
I think in that case, I think she is like Mari, because Mari couldn't. It was like watching a train wreck. She could not turn away. So she was like flipping through the same page on like the account book like 10 times.
Oh, I think Raina like gently like puts a hand over like Mari's and just like stops the flipping of the page, and it's like, dear, why don't we put the book down?
I'm sorry. I think I have some jewels to check.
Oh, you poor thing. Oh. And she's like, I don't know what to do with you.
You precious angel.
Yeah, you sweet.
You will like try to touch her, and she will like walk away.
Yep. And I think like Emma like walks in and is kind of surprised to see Raina still there, and is like, I'm sorry. Did Mari take care of you, or is there anything else that you needed?
Yes. No. I'm all set. I think you see like the moment where Raina's about to like open her mouth and say something stupid, and acknowledge this conversation that just happened. But
you can use a monologue token.
I can. Oh, you bring up a good point. And you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to use a monologue token.
Yes.
I feel so powerful at understanding how this game works.
Yeah, we're getting
it. 2 sessions in, and I'm already in it.
We're here.
I think, yeah. So I can ask I could basically just use to ask a free question.
Yeah, you can ask a question of like what Emma about the major character, I think. That's what it says.
I shall ask the major character.
Specific question. You can ask for their thoughts and feelings at the present moment. Those are the 2 things.
Thoughts and feelings.
I think that you are used to seeing Emma in customer service mode, where she is bright, she is cheerful. She can sometimes be serious and offer advice like she did with you earlier. This is probably the first time you've seen her look downtrodden, small, almost. And in a way, you see a bit of fear and sadness. She's doing her best to hide it, but you can see it in the way that she carries herself. Like whatever interaction happened deflated her a little bit.
I think Raina doesn't say anything else. Continues like bites her tongue off of that statement, and just, if you will allow, pulls Emma in for a hug. No questions asked.
Emma will acquiesce to that hug and just kind of hug her back. And like in that moment, like when Raina cannot see her because they're hugging, so like their faces are kind of past each other, you can see a little tear like go down her cheek.
My Sheila! This is a really sad episode.
I know! We're making each other cry!
Oh.
we haven't even gotten to Cade yet. We're already bawling. Great.
Cade's like, I'm not the saddest story.
And everybody be like, it's my time to shine.
This is like my beach episode.
Cade is chilling somewhere with the dudes, both with Mai Tais. Like,
Yep, this is your beach episode.
No,
They're
but
on the
like,
up and up.
But yeah, I think to quickly, like, in some fashion, close out the scene. I think when they separate, Reyna looks at Emma and goes, we won't speak of this matter further, if you wish. But I will ensure that your payments from on my end, my payments for you is through, and that whatever ailments you have with Mr. Stonebrook are resolved by any means necessary.
She sniffs and like takes you by the hands and takes a deep breath as she's about to talk and says, "Do you understand why I can't just go to a ball? I must continue my work. And I would say things would be easier if perhaps I had someone by my side, but I do not, and so I must fend for myself. My lady, if you can, and you have the opportunity to grasp at a loving partnership, please do it so that you don't have to face the world alone." And then she lets your hands go.
I will. I should get going. It is rather late.
It is.
But do keep my words in mind.
I shall.
I am a woman of my promises. I do keep them.
Of course, Viscountess. If I require your assistance, I know who to call upon.
You are not alone in this, as you may think otherwise.
She smiles and says, "I have you now, and that is something, I suppose."
And I think with that, if we have nothing else to say, that is where we will end our adventure tonight. I've cried today. It's fine.
Sometimes you make your facilitator cry.
Yeah, that's how you know you're doing a good job.
All right. Thank you guys so much for joining us on this wonderful game of Good Society and the story of the secret ways of love and magic. I couldn't have told the story without our incredible players at the table. Why don't you tell the audience where they can find you? Ronan.
Hi, I'm Graphical Ronan. I'm a graphic designer and illustrator. I can be found on several watch lists, but on the internet, you can generally find me on Ruinous Past D&D, here on the Pocket Dragon Pub, or sometimes on High Shelf Collective. So I will be in an Orbital Blues campaign starting in March, where I play Deacon, who is kind of like a space gunslinger. With a mysterious past and probably some anger issues. With that, I think everything else I've got going on will happen before this airs, I think. So, yeah, find me on Ruinous Past D&D every Friday afternoon. We're in a D&D campaign, getting pretty high level, so we're throwing some ridiculous stuff around at this point. And probably more stuff in the future. Just look for me, Graphical Ronin, pretty much everywhere.
Yeah.
DJ.
Perfect. Hi everyone, I'm DJ, and tonight I played Reyna. You can find me anywhere on the interwebs at Castle Rights. I'm a producer, photographer, cosplayer. I do many things around this here and fine internet, and also not on the internet. Yeah, in terms of what's coming up for me, you can catch me on Sundays over on Imaginative Media doing a game of Thirsty Sword Lesbians, and then past that, I'll be back on Record of the Realms doing Darkness Arc with my loving tiefling who has no problems whatsoever. Blackwell.
Hey everyone, How y'all doing? My name is Blackwell, your everyman in the TTRPG / D&D verse here on the interwebs. You can find me as everyman95 on most social platforms. You got to put a underscore in between every and man because, you know, people use similar usernames, or you can just look me up by my last name, Blackwell, and I should pop up. I am your everyman. I kind of bounce around from table to table, channel to channel, and I'll just be advertising myself saying, hey, I'll be over here. Hey, I'll be over there. Hey, I'm going to be doing this. Because it is my job to show you that, hey, you can do this too. You can hop on a stream, hop on a pre-record, tell a fabulous story with some fabulous people, and then you go back to your 9 to 5 the following day. Or if you're like me, you got to wake, you have a 6:30, 7:30, 8:30 wake up call from your residential kaiju. With that being said, I'm going to pass this ball to Vixie.
Yay! Yes. Hi, everyone. My name is Vixie Bell. I've been your friendly neighborhood player at the Pocket Dragon table tonight, playing Emma. You can find me here with this wonderful table every Thursday for the foreseeable future, at least. And I know the Pocket Dragon has a few projects happening, which involves one, this very project right here, The Secret Ways of Love and Magic. Join us on Fridays at 8 p.m. EST for the latest episode of our Good Society adventure, The Secret Ways of Love and Magic. 5 strangers will stumble into romance, intrigue, and just a dash of magic in the fantastical world of Cardinal. You can also find past episodes on the Pocket Dragon Pub's YouTube channel. Just look for the Secret Ways of Love and Magic playlist. You can also find the pilot episode to this series, of which some characters have just made a cameo, To My Dearest with Love, there as well. Game Master OMG Holly D will be returning to the table to run this game. And just a little blurb from the game itself. Among rusted ships and forgotten worlds, this space western will follow drifters, settlers, and outlaws who must find the truth in a universe where the only constant is love. It's a love theme for the Pocket Dragon Pub this year, apparently. The other things that I wanted to talk about is Power Word Unity at PAX East coming up in March. The Pocket Dragon Pub and Roll Latine will be bringing Power Word Unity to PAX East. This event celebrates BIPOC excellence in gaming and creates a place where BIPOC content creators can network, share ideas, and create a space that reflects the diversity and creativity within our community. And also in March, we got a lot of stuff going on in March. We have FemGM month at the Pocket Dragon Pub. Coming soon, the Pocket Dragon Pub will be spotlighting FemGMs in March for Women's History Month. Along with the Secret Ways of Love and Magic and the Fabric of Time, the Pocket Dragon Pub will welcome guest FemGMs from all over the internet. For more information, be sure to check the Pocket Dragon Pub's social media, and you can learn all about who's going to be guesting at the table that month. And that's everything I have. Back to you, Tadana.
As for me, I've been Tadhana Joy. You can find me right here, just here, and also eventually at my website, tadhanajoy.com. Thank you for joining us tonight. Have a good night, everyone. Thank you for watching.